Independence Day is just 2 days away, and it's a day where all Americans get to celebrate the birth of our great country. And according to a brand new Fox News national survey, 58% of Americans say they are proud of this country. It's a number that has skyrocketed 13 percentage points since June of 2016. And when comparing the pride of political parties, it's a pretty massive gap. 85% of Republicans are proud of this country. Democrats, not so much. Only 36% of them say that they're proud of this country, pitfalling from 73% pride in 2011. And when it comes to living in the United States, a 68% majority of voters agree that this is the best country to be in. That's a positive trend, Ainsley. It's a good sign.
Here's what I think. I think we are at 13% higher this summer of people proud to be in America or proud of America than we were last summer. Think about what we were going through last summer. It was beginning of July. I don't think we'd had the debate yet, right? Was the debate at the end of July?
June 27th.
Yes. No, the debate had just happened.
We had just had the debate.
Yeah.
That's where we were.
It's shocking that
That's
we were as high as
thinking. This guy could be our president. So this says a lot about Donald Trump and what people think about him. And remember, we were talking about this on the morning show. Do you remember 4 years ago when Donald Trump was tweeting and half of the Republicans you talked to were like, I'm glad he's strong, but I don't like that he does this, and I don't like he does the name calling. I don't like this. Do you hear that anymore? They like his strength. They like the transparency on social media because we didn't get that over the last 4 years. We don't mind Trump being Trump now.
And when you talk about what we get, Doctor, we got deliverables. This president has been delivering on the American people's mandate, and so the pride in our country, because people feel like they belong, they're heard, they're listened to.
Well, it seems like by the week I can go, oh, another check mark for one of the campaign promises that he made. But, you know, we put up that full screen, and they're doing a lot of comparison to now versus 2011. And I'm like, 2011, why were we also so proud to be an American in 2011? It was President Obama. And I'm like, you know what it was? Our SEALs had just taken out Osama bin Laden. And so I have to think that was the big boost there, because now we're seeing something in parallel. All of a sudden, again, we are projecting strength on the world stage everywhere across the world. We're seeing our military is looking strong, renewed focus on American families. And there's also this economic resilience. Gas prices are low. We're combating inflation. I mean, it's check, check, check. We're heading into July 4th weekend. And I am so happy to see these polls because I feel it. I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah. And recruitment at an all-time historic high.
Oh, the military, definitely. You know what else was going on in 2011? It was right about the time that the former deporter-in-chief, Barack Obama, and Democrats were very upset about that, was deporting millions of illegals who had done the worst of the worst. So we have some comparisons.
Apparently America likes when you focus on the American citizens. Who knew?
But Democrats change because they think they have to get elected. Look, indecision to me drives the one thing that is a mood and dream killer: uncertainty. Americans are certain right now that they have a president who will do what he says. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. But you know it's real, and you know he's authentic. He is not going to dish you up with uncertainty. And I think that also helps the mood of the country. And people feel like, okay, I know I paid too much for everything for the last 4 years. There's a light potentially at the end of the tunnel. I know this guy's going to try. Ask every woman athlete today if he can't get it done.
Paul, let's focus on the flip side of that coin. Why is the party of the Raining on Parade so despondent? Why is it so hard for them to feel pride in this great country?
So I once heard a description of the left as the sneaking suspicion that somebody someplace was saying something good about America. And I think that captures. Ask yourself this. Have you ever heard, is there a nation on earth that the left is proud of? When are they not complaining? Okay, and so there's no place they're up because they're permanently dissatisfied.
I think they like France.
And it's if they like that, they'll say that, et cetera. If you go to Paris and interview somebody, they're going to talk about how horrible Paris is. The bottom line is that it's a contest. It's a virtue signaling contest, and as a result, nobody can ever win because they're all trying to get to the left of each other. And they say all of this stuff, but we all know that in their hearts, the other nations around the world, and this devolves here as well, in their hearts, they know that we are the essential nation. And we've just seen it relative to Iran. They know that we are the indispensable nation, period, end of story, no matter what they say. I've had Europeans tell me that, yeah, we complain, we say all kinds of stuff, but we know we need you. And all I can say is this, the purest metric is how many people are lining up to get in. And I don't see 12 million people lining up to get into Russia.
Hey, everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.